Hi all, PlantSide Agent here. Today we're going to take a look at a cook kit that I've built around the large aluminum mess tin. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, let's get started. I guess this is the larger mess tin, the Trangia style aluminum mess tin. Now, for comparison, here's the standard size one that you see around, and you can see it's just about maybe a little over half again wider, a little bit longer, and height-wise, they both look about the same. Whoops, on the height. So looks like double the size. This one has 1.5 Chinese character. I guess I don't think that's a liter, but anyway. And this one says 3.0, so I'm guessing it's double the size capacity of the standard size. And by the way, I have built a cook kit around this smaller or standard size mess tin, or also called lunch boxes, and I'll put a link to that video in the description. Here's the kit set up for traveling, and I built it with the mess tin, and then I found this MOLLE bag on AliExpress. Shoot, I think it was less than $6, so really can't beat that. So I was actually, when I got it, I wondered if the large mess tin would fit in it, and it fit in perfectly. And then I go, oh, all the pockets, I'm going to build a cook kit around it. So I did. So here it is, and here's the bag. It's got kind of a flap top opening. It's got this little expanded pocket here, and I'll show you all the contents here in a sec. But anyway, it's got two mesh pockets, one on either side, as you can see here. And then it's got some MOLLE. It doesn't have the snap type MOLLE, but it looks like these. You lace them in through here, and then they'll just hold because of the way it's stitched here. It also comes with 2 D-rings. Now this one didn't come with straps, but I did recently buy a second one, a black one, which I don't know what I'll use it for, but you could attach straps to it, and then sling it over your shoulder or whatever you want to do. So that's an option there. Like I say, it's not a bad little bag, and I was able to get quite a bit of stuff in here. This is probably the most comprehensive, or with the most stuff of any of the cook kits I've built, and I've built a lot of them. And I have a playlist just on cook sets, and I'll also put a link to that in the description box. So let's go ahead and open this up. So it's got a snap here that's adjustable. Okay, on the very top of the package, I've got one of those folding Esbit style solid fuel stoves. I might as well just take a look at this right off the bat. And what I have for him, these are a little stiff to open at times. Come on. They'll get looser over time. There we go. And in that standard of these little flip ups, except in this one I have a small tin alcohol burner, and this one I bought on, in fact I bought all this except for the lighter, of course, on AliExpress, excuse me. Anyway, and it'll hold 1.5 ounces of fuel, so that'll give you probably plenty of burn time to cook for this larger pot. 1 ounce of fuel will cook most anything in this size one, but for the larger one I wanted a little more capacity, and I also wanted as much capacity as I could, and still have a stove and everything kind of built into one kit. It's kind of nice to have everything all in one place in one setup instead of multiple, although in reality it probably doesn't make that much difference, but it's just something I like to do. So anyway, then I got a small Bic lighter in there, so the stove's all ready to go. So there's your stove. And then let's see what to go next. Well, we'll just start right here. I was able to slip a spatula. I think I picked these up at the dollar store, and it fits in there very nicely. So there's a spatula and a large spoon. So this one is kit is you can do more cooking than just boiling water for you know, instant meals and coffee and that sort of thing. So this one you could actually do cooking, although you know, you can do quite a bit of cooking in these smaller ones. But like I said, all this fit in here nicely, so I was pretty happy about it. Once I started putting this together, I was real excited about it. So let's just go ahead and, as you can see, this fits in here really nicely. So we'll just pull him out, set him aside. Heavy. Inside the pouch, it's got 2 pockets, and in this pocket I just have a bag with some tea bags and those little small cup size coffee drip filters, and I just slip those in there. So throw them off to the side. And then in here I have one of my wax canvas or wax cotton ground cloths that I use for cooking, that you can which is real nice. That way all your cooking stuff is not laying down on the ground, so you can put the stuff you're working with on top of this and have a clean place to work. So that folded up. Now these I made myself. Picked up the stuff I think on Etsy, the wax canvas, and just hemmed it up. And I made a video just on this cloth alone, so I'll put a link to that one too. Anything in this kit that I have videos on, I'll put a link in the description if you want to chase any of that stuff down. So like I say, that fits in that pocket right there. Really just happened to work out perfect. So I was really excited when I started putting this thing together because of all the possibilities. Now here, well, yeah, it's got a pocket on the outside, another sleeve pocket. I have one of the collapsible, get it out of there. There we go. Come on. Wants to hang up on these sharp edges in this pouch. There we go. Anyway, and it's one of those small windscreens, so that fit in there just perfect. So, well, anyway, let's get him out of the way. Okay, and that's that pocket. And then the outside one, you know, I tried to cram as much as I could in here, and a lot of stuff fit. Here I have a it's a 2-ounce tin that I can put ground coffee in for making coffee, and that fit in there really nicely. Put him back in there. And on this side pocket, since it was a good size, really go luxury, and got a 4-ounce bottle for alcohol. Normally I only have 1 or 2-ounce bottles around, but here you got a good 4-ounce all fit in one instead of having to carry your alcohol separately. So that fit in that side pocket. And then on this side pocket, I haven't filled it up yet, but I got a little 1-ounce bottle that I can put some soap in to clean up after cooking. If you're going to be cooking, you might as well, you know, if you're doing other than boiling water, it's nice to have some way to clean this. Okay, and then also on the side pocket, have some hand sanitizer. You can kind of clean your hands before you start prepping food, which is probably a good idea. Because who knows what you've been fondling as you've been hiking in to your camp spot. So that's the bag. Oh, and it has drain holes in the bottom, which is nice. So that's the little bag. Like I said, I found this on AliExpress, and it's not a bad little bag. Okay, now let's move on to what I got inside the mess tin. Like I say, I don't know if you've seen these type tins before, but it's got a handle. The handle kind of helps keep everything together. There's the lid you could use. I guess you could use it for a fry pan or a dish, whatever. So in here, what I just have a microfiber cloth to use whatever you need a microfiber cloth for. I took a sponge with one of those little scrubbies on the back, put that in there for cleaning up stuff when I'm done. Okay, then I have actually the smaller of the mess tins I found. I saw these things online, I just picked them up and figured I'd find a use for them, and here we go. And you can see the comparison on this. It's just a little bit, not quite as high as the standard, and it's a little bit smaller. You could nest all 3 of these together, I think, if you wanted to. If you wanted to build some kind of a different kit. I mean, with this size kit, there's all kinds of possibilities that you can you can build kits for yourself. And I got some stuff in here I'll show you in a minute. So set it off to the side. And then, you know, I crammed everything I could cram in here that would fit just for the heck of it. I got this little whisk that I think I picked up at the dollar store. So I guess if you were making something that needed to be whisked, you got the whisk, will fit in there. And then actually this is really nice. I found these little tongs at the dollar store. These would be good for, you know, a lot of people use these to steam little steam dumplings in here. And this would be really good for taking them out once they're done. So, or whatever else you might. This is the first time I've ever used these grabbers on any cook kit, because usually most of my stuff's pretty small and compact. This one lent itself to being able to add a lot of stuff to it. Okay, let's see. Then I threw in, this is a knockoff Opinel knife. It's not too bad. It's got the locking ring like an Opinel, brown handle. I don't know, I think I got this again on AliExpress. Very inexpensive, sharp enough to do whatever you're any cooking needs or cutting needs when you're cooking. So that fit in there, which is nice. In fact, I bought 2 or 3 of these and was throwing them in different kits just because, you know, the sort of thing, they're handy and you just throw them in there and you got them ready to go. So set that off to the side. And I went ahead and left the little steamer grate in there that you could put your dumplings or whatever you want on there if you want to cook that. And also, I don't know if this kit, some of these kits come with like cutting boards and steamer racks. Some of them don't. Some of them come with these and sometimes a stove. You can find all variations of how these things are sold. So you just have to shop around to whatever suits your needs or you want to. But I see this stuff. It's always kind of fun to play with. So anyway, there's your the steamer rack, and then I got a little wooden cutting board that came with it, so you can cut your vegetables or whatever you're going to be cooking up. So that's that part. Okay, it's like the ultimate Christmas present here, or a Russian doll where things keep nesting together. So let's see. Okay, here's the small one. I got the small one. I'm going to use more for boiling water, for tea or coffee, or even some of those instant freeze-dried meals. That way, and I don't think I'll cook anything in this. I'll just leave this for water. That way, I won't have my coffee tasting like ramen, or my ramen tasting like coffee. So, what's in here? This is same style with the folding handle. And inside here, I've got you get your lid, of course. Make sure I'm staying in. And here I've got one of those little binder clips, and these make a really nice pot grabber. They're small, so for lifting your lids. And by the way, when I boil using any of these mess tins, I don't set the lid. I mean, if you're steaming rice or something, you'll want the lid to be, you know, right side up, you know, secure. But if you're just boiling water or whatever, I found it's much easier just to put them on upside down. That way you can leave a little gap for steam to evaporate. And then these little bulldog clips or binder clips work really well for a pot grabber. And they're nice and small, compact, and as you can see, they fit inside this guy here really nicely. Okay, then I have one of those the Wildo, I think about 8-ounce folding cups in there for my coffee and tea. And then I've got 2 of these little guys. These are made by I want to say Calcom, but that's it. Shoot, I'll type the brand name. I can't pronounce it right now. But anyway, these are little salt and pepper shakers. I've been using these since backpacking days, gosh, back in the 80s when I first came. And in one side I've got pepper, and this one pepper and salt. And I eventually picked up a second one, which I haven't filled this one back up yet. But I usually put cayenne pepper and curry in the other side. That way, you know, you can spice things up a little bit A little bit of curry, you know, goes a long way. Same with cayenne pepper, just for spicing meals up in the field. So there's my little spice set. And there's actually room. You could probably put a third one if you want other little spices in there. So that's that fit inside here. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff all crammed in here, nicely packed. And last but not least, there's your, again, your little, for boiling in. I picked this up online, a little bag of my eating utensils. And this is pretty cool. Oops. Got the, you know, the standard knife, fork, and spoon type. I don't know if you've seen these kind before, but you know, they have a lock on them. There's your fork, the spoon, and the knife. All work the same, although this is kind of redundant, I think. I just have it in there. Don't know that you might want to use it. Might work for a better butter knife than the Open-All with its pointed tip. But anyway, but the thing that reason I picked this, it came with a bag, which is nice. Not necessary, but I use it anyway. But I thought what was really cool, it came with these collapsible chopsticks, which sometimes chopsticks are really good when you're cooking certain things and eating noodles and stuff. So they just screw together. They're stainless steel. So there you go, your chopsticks. Although one thing I found about metal chopsticks, you know, I don't know if you know, Koreans use metal ones, and those things I find difficult to use. I prefer the Japanese wooden ones, but I like these that they were collapsible and they folded down. So anyway, I spent some time in Japan in the Air Force, so I learned how to use these things. Although I have trouble when I'm trying to show people how to use these things. Since I'm left-handed, it's kind of hard for them to grasp if they're right-handed, how to use these. But anyway, that's just a side note. So it was pretty cool to have these. So let's see. As you can see, I have a pile of stuff here. Now, if I can just remember how this all went back together. I hope I won't have to go back through the video to remember how it was all packed in there. I think one thing I did, I actually had to go back and look at the video to remember how I had everything packed in. So, but I think that's all I can say about this at the moment. It's amazing that I don't know what all you can see in camera here, but it's amazing that I got all of this stuff in the in this little bag. All this stuff is all in one nice compact little kit. And oh, by the way, this pot will fit on that solid fuel type stove nicely, and of course this one will too. And like I said, the reason too I wanted to go with this wider alcohol burner was because this is such a big pot that I didn't want all the flame just concentrated in one little center spot like you would with, shoot, I must have put that away, like a little small, like my little 1 ounce tin or some of these other ones. So I wanted it as wide a flame as I could. So this should work. I haven't used it yet. If I ever do, I might try to make a video of it, or when I do. I'm kind of waiting for the weather to improve. So, but, let's see. I got a mess here that'll take me forever to put back together. Can't think of anything else to say. I hope I didn't miss anything. Like I said, I'll have a lot of this stuff, links to my other cook kits and other things in the description box if you're interested in going there. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.